Crypto DLT with Mr. Connector. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell for daily content. Let's go.
Amazon today, last time I checked, could only support payouts in 19 different currencies. Amazon is, I think one of the $2 trillion companies, and yet Amazon, their marketplace, which is a huge piece of their business, they can only pay out in 19 currencies. And that is a hodgepodge of integrations around the world, ranging from India to China to EU. Now, if you think about the implication of that to more tangibly a business, we have had conversations with other networks, other marketplaces like Uber. Uber knows that if they can pay their drivers more frequently, the retention of their drivers goes up. Uber has a big challenge in that if people join, they become drivers and then they churn out. That means that Uber has to go acquire new drivers. That's not a great thing. Now, some of you probably took a taxi here this morning. When you got out of the taxi, you either paid them in cash or you paid them with a credit card, which frankly would settle in a couple days. In contrast, when you're using Uber, the Uber drivers get paid every 2 weeks. Why is it they get paid every 2 weeks? How can we reduce the friction so every time you get out of an Uber, the Uber driver gets paid? Uber wants that to happen, despite being, I would say, a major player. The ability, the friction even associated for someone like that is challenging. Our vision is to truly enable global payments such that you can plug in with one API, and whether you're seeking liquidity, whether you're seeking a payment into a payment network, whether you're seeking a payment to a bank, to reduce that friction such that it is real-time and extremely low cost. By doing that, we think we can let RippleNet truly scale to serve a new set of customer demands. On demand and real time. Again, we are all witnessing a generation grow up that are sometimes pejoratively described as millennials. They expect real time. They've grown up with the expectation that this is going to be a real-time experience. They can click on their phone and have ice cream delivered in 30 minutes. Let's not criticize that. So we can make them low cost. We can truly get a dramatic reduction in the error rate such that there are not failures, and deliver an elegant experience both to banks and to their customers.
What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Connector. Hope you guys are doing good today. We got some good news about a Ripple Amazon partnership. Let's go, crypto. Come on now, let's go. How we doing in the chat? Oh, the chat is popping off. Good to see you guys as always. All right, jamming out on the way in. Hope you guys enjoyed the my little synth instrumental intro. Let's see, we got Silver Days, IBD Cartel, Conflict, and who else we have? Turple Nurple up in the chat. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing good. Just catching up with the chat. Let me turn this down a little bit. To the moon, says Conflict. Yes, sir. Good to have you back, Conflict. Let's see here. Let's get going. We got news about Ripple Amazon partnership. What's going on with that, guys? What is going on? Good Morning Crypto posted breaking Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Ripple partner to explore Amazon Bedrock AI for the XRP ledger. With this integration, XRPL system logs could be analyzed in a few minutes, down from several days. XRPL system logs. Don't forget, guys, all these blockchains, they have history nodes as well as the consensus nodes. And that's a lot of data to sort through. But that's what, just in time for AI, right? AI can sort through all that stuff. Amazon, this was an older thing from Swell here with Brad Garlandhouse, but he was hinting at it during this presentation I just played. Who else has got a take on this? Pumpia says AWS and Ripple are collaborating on an XRP ledger upgrade. The AWS and Ripple are reportedly exploring Amazon Bedrock AI is what it's called for the XRP ledger. This impact is huge. The XRPL system logs that once took days to analyze could be processed in over 2 to 3 minutes. This is not about hype. It's about institutional grade observability, security, and scalability. AI monitoring plus deterministic settlement plus XRP ledger puts XRP ledger on a different level entirely. Wow, AI monitoring plus deterministic settlement go hand in hand, guys. AI and cryptos here at exactly the same time. It is no coincidence if you ask Connector. This is how real financial infrastructure gets built. Nice. And one more on it as well. John Squire says that AWS had already confirmed active interest in XRP for payments, even assigning a team member to explore XRP use cases. Now AWS and Ripple are exploring Amazon Bedrock. Let's see what this is.
We're best collaborating with them up front. And then, of course, payments, right? We also have someone on our team dedicated to seeing where XRP for payments can be of use and working with different merchants as well as consumers, platforms and apps to see where there could be a good opportunity for us there. We're best collaborating.
Right on Amazon and XRP Ledger for payments as well. All right. Hope all the levels are sounding good, guys. Give me a thumbs up if everything's sounding good. I've got a nice audio mixer over here called the Potato Voice Meter Potato. Very cool if anybody wants to get into audio mixing on your PC. You know, when this little clip here wasn't loud enough, so I can boost the mids to make it loud enough. So that's all a little bit of behind the scenes for today. Let's get into the connector coins. What's going on with the market today, past 24 hours? Max Formo says, we're back. What's up, connector? What's up, family? IBD says deterministic. Yeah, that's a good word to describe the ledger there. Conflicts it, just seeing the repost from Bag. Someone's starting a XRP PlayStation partnership. Nice. Yeah, I've heard the newer PlayStations are going to have wallets built into them. What else has a wallet built into it? We did get some news on Rumble. What was that Rumble wallet? I need to set that up because I am a Rumble creator, as you can see right there. Fingers cut off, but yeah, this allows you to hook a wallet up to Rumble. I thought I saved something on that, but evidently not. And I think it's only for mobile, so I don't know if I need to do anything. I need to set up my mobile Rumble wallet and see what that's all about. And what else were we looking at? Yeah, let's go ahead straight to the connector coins right quick. XPRT's up again today. Told you guys about that yesterday. That's my liquid staking play. Sirius Chain's up 4%. Onyx 2.3. Yeah, we're having a little pullback. No need to spend too much time on the prices. I know you guys know all about the prices, so I don't like to harp on that too long. Y'all talking about cars. All right, cool. Let's keep it going. Cool. What was I going to get into? I wanted to check out this X-ray. Let's see if our AI buddy Canyon has any information on this Stellar X-ray upgrade.
Hi there, connector.
Hey, Canyon, can you give me some more info on this Stellar post about X-ray, the new protocol upgrade? What it's about? Canyon, are you there? Well, he was just working. Let's try that. Let's try that again. I had my AI buddy ready to go. Maybe the music is interfering, like he's listening to the music.
Hi there, Connector.
Hi, can you give me info on this Stellar post about X-ray? Well, we'll have to revisit Canyon. He's taking the day off again. I had him working right before the stream. Let's go back to our X Pro, and I've got a quick grok pulled up here. There we go. Explain Stellar X-ray Stellat. I wonder if they fix it. Yeah. No, that's not what I want. Sorry, guys. We're on the fly here today. Let's clean that up. I spelled it wrong. Explain Stellar X-ray protocol. I haven't even looked in this yet, but I just saw where they upgraded their new protocol. So let's see if our AI grok is going to help us out. All right, grok, come on. Guys, I'm just a research channel. We check out the news together and look up this stuff together. And we do run into some technical difficulties every now and then, which is bad for the stream, but it's finally searching. Maybe my internet's a little slow. Here we go. Searching the web. It's taking its time here. All right, well, I guess we can come back to that. Let's check out the homepage, our homepage right quick. See what's going on in the world. CoinDesk is posting Ethereum scaling from Polygon is close to buying Bitcoin ATM provider. Decrypt says Google integrated Gemini 3 into Gmail, transforming Gmail. Your whole Gmail feed is going to be ran by AI, it looks like. Let's check back in on grok. And it disappeared. All right, cool, guys. We'll keep moving on, but I will make a note of that to check in on. Let's see, maybe there's some info down in the chat here. Solid development X-ray hitting testnet is a key step. The conspiracy of upgrades of Stellar is genuinely impressive. Stop. Very bullish for Stellar, people were saying. Stellar XLM seems to be treading water, seems to follow Bitcoin just like XRP, and neither are going anywhere. Yeah, we've been living through that for a long time. We're just waiting on the flippening. Conflict says AI not wanting to cooperate today. Nope. What's up, Tim Shea? Good to see you, buddy. Good to have you back. You guys are definitely tuning in. Let me feeling a little generous today. We're going to give Conflict a moderator. I'd like to give a Blue Ranch out, standard moderator, and Mr. Tim Shea, of course. All blue crew, standard moderator. Appreciate the help, guys, on the channel. Hopefully to get bigger soon, one day, and you guys will be helping me keep the chat clean. All right, cool. Let's just remember Stellar had an upgrade. I wanted to kind of see what it was all about. Maybe the Stellar's posting here. Here's one video they posted on December 29th. It's just a new partner lineup with Visa, MasterCard, Circle, MoneyGram, Franklin Templeton, Layer Zero, Boundless, Near Intense. Near is always hanging around, isn't it? Ondo. It's like that Simpsons crypto episode I showed you, where the not a nerd, when he's at the machine, at the bottom it says spread across multiple ledgers at the bottom there. Go look that up. That means we're going to use all kinds of ledgers to get this new internet system going. Yes, sir. Let's keep going. Let's check out the crypto gainers and losers today. How about 10% on World Liberty Financial? And Lit is up 10%. Lighter, Lit. And BitSister's up 8%. Jasmine Coin's up 7%. Cool. Let's check out American cryptos, 24 hours. Frax, FARX is up 24%. And DogeGov.com, Department of Government Efficiency, is an actual coin, not the Doge coin, but it's got the Doge logo there. That's kind of weird. Ranked 745th. No telling what that's about. Let's see. Let's click on it. It's 2 cents. Department of Government Efficiency. That's a new one on me, guys. This is not the original Doge. Ethereum contract and base contracts. All right, cool. We'll keep it rolling. I've got the crypto sectors pulled up. Top gainers for today is the Binance Bill Key TGE up 45% with the ZK Pass token pulling that whole entire sector up. And Chinese meme coins are up 16%. And today's crypto calendar, we are not the 7th, we're on the 8th. Yes, let's refresh. A16Z crypto investment is backing the Babylon project. Let's see if there's any more projects that we're into. Here's a Zebek 2026 roadmap and tokenomics. X post. We've got some news here from Conflict. How about the CEO of NVIDIA breaking all the rules for upgrades all at once? That dude is pulling out all the stops. Yeah, that's insane that company's worth that much. Insane. Trying to do something different with my mics here. I've got 2 different mics. I didn't want it in front of me like it was before, so hopefully it sounds good. I don't know. If I look this way, we're in this condenser mic over here. And if I look this way for the chat, I'm in the Shure SM57 mic without the tube preamp. So I'll test that later. I'll come back and look at it, see which one I like sounds the best. Looks like there was a space for you Zebek holders. There's a recording here on Zebek Network for anyone interested in the Zebek roadmap. Go check that out. Let's look at our privacy tokens. Wait a minute, we didn't finish the calendar and make sure there's no more projects that we need to see from or hear from. Cool. Okay, privacy tokens. Let's look at the past 24 hours. Enigma's up the most with Z Classic coming in second. And Maria is up again today. That was up yesterday. ZKML for that Binance chain is up. Mind Network, all these privacy coins. And remember I said yesterday that Daniel Dixon said 2026 is going to be the year of privacy coins. So we'll see how all that works out. We need a XRP Ledger privacy sidechain is what we need. That we create our own rules on, a centralized privacy chain that runs in a decentralized way. That's how the world's going to, that's what it looks like we're going to, is a bunch of centralized entities hooked together in a decentralized way. So whoever you deal with is the rules you're gonna be beholden to. Let's check out our total viewers. 15.9 on YouTube. What's up, YouTube and X and Rumble? Cool. Just settling in for a good stream. I'm gonna get the grill going. I'm getting a little hungry in a few hours. Get the grill going and see what I can do this afternoon. XRP ETF terminal. Let's refresh this. Market closes in 1 hour and 36 minutes. Okay, we're leveling off there on all the ETF. Let's put it on spot, trying to level off. with Bitwise leading the way with $15.29 million in 24-hour trading. It's a good spread there on Bitwise, 0.13% versus these other ones you're looking at, almost 40% spread. 0.40%. Look at this one down here. Almost 2% spread on this Osprey. That's horrible. Guys, make sure you're looking at the spread. If you guys aren't familiar with that, that's the difference between the lowest sell price and the highest buy price. Or vice versa. Lowest buy price, highest sell. No. Yeah, I think I said it right first. Flare again, let's check it out. 210 million, went down a little bit. Now it's 206 million locked in DeFi for that Flare ecosystem. And then I like to check my loan markets. 57 million. Doesn't really compare to Flare, but I was thinking yesterday, this is just loan. This isn't XPR network DeFi. This is a part of the DeFi, but this is just a small little sector of the XPR network DeFi ecosystem. And alone already has $57.4 million worth of XRP locked up on the XPR loan network. Look at there. You got 19% they're paying on USD coin and probably more on the XMD dollar. No, 14%. You can get on the XMD dollar. I really love the XMD. For you guys that don't know, XMD is a basket stablecoin. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is the only basket stablecoin that's out there, a decentralized basket stablecoin. You know, there's all kinds of stablecoins that they put into this one stablecoin, so your exposure is minimized, right? So if you're remember what happened when USDC, when Silicon Bank went under, USDC depegged, and what was it like? It went down to, I don't know, it probably went down to 60, 70 cents or even lower for a limited time. But of course, the government came in and bailed out the account holders. And that way Circle got their account back up and they could back their coins. But that's just one coin. If you were in that one, you're locked into it. That XMD though, that would barely affect the XMD dollar, metal dollar. Total crypto market cap, 3.07 trillion. Steady climbing. Bitcoin dominance is 59.2. Turple Nurple's next to Fuel Tanker, and the phone number on it is 1-800-589-FUEL. There we go. That's a good one there. That's bullish. Yeah, Tim, I love to cook. I got a flat grill a couple months ago, a Blackstone flat grill, flat top. What's up, King Pound One? LFG Zebek, let's go. Yeah, there was a roll call earlier on the Zebek. We didn't look at it, but if you're interested, their plans, their roadmap, they just laid that out today on their X page. Gold is now worth $4,447. There's your chart there. And silver is at 75.57, 75.60. Let's put it on the day chart, see if there's any volatility we can catch. Probably not. They've got CoinMarketCap articles pulled up. Black market moves 278 million in Bitcoin and Ethereum to Coinbase amid the ETF outflows. Blockchain data shows that BlackRock recently transferred significant amounts of Bitcoin and Ethereum Could be part of the flipping and getting out of getting into these new utility coins. I wouldn't blame them for that, Get into these projects that actually are efficient and useful. King Pound's hanging out in California. Cool. Doing good, man. Good to have you on the stream. Just going through some news today with Connector. EU expands crypto asset tax reporting with DAC 8 directives. EU, man, I'm so glad I don't live over there. There's some beautiful scenery over there, but wow, they are very totalitarian and they hate freedom over there. There is what was it? I was looking up I'm not Republican or Democrat, guys. I'm just kind of independent, but I'm conservative for sure. I've always been conservative. And I think there is only a few conservative nations over there in the EU. I think Italy's one of them. Some smaller ones like Croatia, Poland's probably conservative. Maybe one more, but that's about it. Like Trump said, the EU looks like it's lost. That's so sad. Such a beautiful country that's just being invaded, We've got Max FOMO talking about Zebek Partner Protocol, Panther Protocol. Ashish Birla was deployed there to Panther Protocol, in 2023 to work on privacy tech. He started with Evernorth, which signals the ZKO tech is ready. The total supply is 1 billion. All right, Max FOMO, appreciate that. ZKP. Panther Protocol. Let's look that up and maybe put it on the connector coins because I'm seeing a lot about that ZKP as well. We just saw it on the top privacy coins. Okay, maybe I'm confused. That's ZKML I was looking at. So many coins out there. ZK Pass, though. Max is bringing the sauce there on ZK Pass Panther Protocol. Is that the same as ZK Pass? Ethereum contract. Here we go. I got you, Max. Panther Protocol, ZK is another ZKP. So many projects that use the same ticker. So you got to be careful out there. Okay, volume. Only $274 today. Are we looking at the right thing? 1 billion. And total supply, this says 380 million. So yeah, this is not it either. All right, Max, I'm trying. King Pound says XPR will be that silent, deadly fart. Yeah, I think that's going to surprise a lot of people. I've been promoting Metallicus on the channel since beginning. What am I, almost on year 2 now with the channel. I haven't been doing as much as I used to, but yeah, I think that's going to wake a lot of people up, that Metallicus ecosystem. Let's see, that mic. Check. All right. Yeah, all these tickers are so confusing. It confuses my dyslexia too, as well. Oh, this is it? Panther Protocol. You may have the supply wrong because this says 380 million. Of course, Live Coin Watch may have it wrong. Who knows? But it is definitely cheap right now. My goodness. 0.009 with a 380 million supply. That is so cheap. That is a deep red right there, guys, as GDLT would say. Looks like it's on Polygon. All right, let's check out a link. We'll go to X first. Panther Protocol. I am following them already. Okay. Confidentiality layer for decentralized finance. Loading mainnet. So they are working on their mainnet. That explains the, what was it, Ethereum contract address. It's nearing its long-awaited mainnet launch. Only 2 more DAO proposals to go. So you're saying SHX was deployed there in 2023 to work on privacy tech. He recently started Evernorth. Yep. Which signals this tech is ready. Okay. Interesting. Let's definitely add it to the connector coin so we can keep an eye on it. And back to the X post about their mainnet coming. Unleash the Panthers. PIP 30 is live for voting. Okay, they're going to be on base. Deploy an active Panther mainnet on base, extending Panther's privacy preserving infrastructure to base while maintaining protocol consistency, risk controls. Yeah, lots of privacy information coming out this year, guys. That's got me bullish. The more and more I hear about privacy, you know, that's freedom. Why not put your money in something for freedom? 7 day, we've got Mariah, ZKML, and Quali up the most. What's got the biggest market caps in privacy? Monero, of course, Zcash, Litecoin. I keep forgetting Litecoin. It's privacy. Canton, that's a big one there. I'm looking at Canton. Midnight. I hope you guys got a little bit of that midnight airdrop. I got the the 21st. I need to log back in and claim that drop on midnight. Then that'll be the first one of 4 that come out. And I did a good video on how to claim the midnight, but I believe it's over now. There might be some kind of a scavenger thing left over, but the main snapshot's already done with. I know a lot of people were scared to mess with that and log in with their Zaman wallet on a website. But my trick with that, guys, is if you don't, if you really trust this stuff and don't mind moving large amounts, what I did was large to me, what I did was I moved my XRP to a new wallet. I know some of you guys it's harder for others, easy for others, but I moved it all out of the way. And then with that empty wallet, I emptied that wallet out that had the airdrop claim. Once you empty that wallet out, only a few ZERPs left in it. Then I went in and claimed my airdrop. So that's a way to safely, get your XRP just in case you don't trust something. There's all kinds of things you can do with different cryptos. Don't keep a lot in those accounts if you're going to work with those. If you have a big airdrop, leave it in that account, wait till the airdrop snapshot, and then move it out of that account. And then just remember, you got to use that old account to claim the tokens. But that's how I did it. If anyone's was worried about, airdrops like that, there's no risk of that. As long as you're trusting the network and don't mind sending a larger amount of coins to a new wallet, Yeah, you missed that one. Want to buy Canton, but there's no wallet for it. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I didn't really want to buy something I couldn't send it anywhere, right? We don't like to leave it on a centralized exchange. Brother Connector, how you feel about Casper? I like Casper. I did have to sell off some Casper, and there was a dip a while back. Luckily, I got out right before that dip. What was it, like a year ago almost? So I might need to look back into that, actually. Don't they have, I think Nerdy X talks about how they have the upgradable smart contracts. I believe that's the one he's talking about. There's midnight, already ranked 56. So yeah, that's up to almost 8 cents per night token. So I'm doing really good on that, actually. Once all the drops get four different drops for that night token. Cool. BDX, Tezos, and Dash. Startnet. These are all your privacy coins, guys. Maybe we'll look at like what's cheapest in the past 7 days. Ycash, ZK Link, and Lit Zero Base. All right. Lots to choose from. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's look at Crypto Panic. Check out some news. The daily Zcash drops as Zcash developer team at the ECC quits. Spot XRP FC the first net outflows since launch. Yeah, maybe we did have some XRP outflows after that pump earlier this week. Taking profits, of course. Interesting that a Zcash developer is quitting. Bitcoin back above 90K. Best crypto to buy. XRP flows from Solana to Tau Trusts. Wall Street's 2026 altcoin picks. Okay, they're just talking about XRP flows and Solana. All right, cool. Let's maybe check out the main page. Oh, it is Casper for the upgraded smart contracts. Cool. Florida advances Bitcoin strategic reserve legislation for 2026. Good on Florida for getting into that. Morgan Stanley continues crypto push, plans wallet in the second half of 2026. Yeah, I did see that actually. Let's look at my X Pro account. Let me get rid of some of these bookmarks. Yep. Oh, it was just a quick post from Watcher Guru. Just in $1.8 trillion Morgan Stanley to launch crypto wallet this year. And what did it say? Q2? Second half. I wonder what kind of coins will be on there, which protocols they'll use. We shall see. Let's see if there's any other bookmarks. Check out my home feed. A lot of drama going on in Minnesota. All I know is it's weird how much people have the day off to go protest all the time. Where are they getting all these people from? And are they being paid? That's another question. Never know. House accuses Minnesota leader of ignoring the fraud. Okay, we've got Zahao dazzling, talking about design, build, test, and deploy smart contracts on Zahao has never been easier with Hookstore now live on mainnet. So your Hookstore is now live. We've been hearing about that for a while from Vitze, or Vitze. The Zahao Dev Contest is $7,000 worth of prizes if anybody's into that. Zahao Network Hookstore. I was trying to find it, but I can't find it. I don't think it has an actual link to the Hookstore. That's cool though. Let's see if Canyon can give us more information. If he'll wake up.
Hi there, Connector.
Hi, can you give me some information on the Zahao hook store and what the hooks are used for? Let's try something different, maybe quick response.
Hi there, connector.
Hi, can you give me some information on this Zahao network hook store and what the hooks are? Weird. Guys, sorry, this thing was working right before the show. I'm trying to get it where we can do some interactive with AI and just ask quick questions and, yeah, pay protesters for the PSYOP, yeah. Anyway, a hook store, it's like a Play Store, but you go there and get your hook to hook to whatever smart contract, to whatever other app, I assume. Mr. Hat says he loves the concept, but the only thing that worries him is being misused by scammers who create hooks with bad intentions and drains wallets. Yeah, there's always some worries out there. We are in a new world, guys, so it is a scary world. We are taking risks. You're taking a risk just holding this stuff, on your own. Of course, I look at it like you'd be taking a risk if you trust a bank or a centralized entity. Of course, everyone trusts banks with their FDIC insurance, but what if everybody needed it all at the same time? It's not all there. It's not there, guys, for everyone. If there was a big demand on it. Build on the Zahao. We'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, cool. Keep it moving. Doge AI says he's replying to Jack, which says it's been a while since he asked what happened to the audit at Fort Knox. I mentioned this yesterday. There is some movement on this. The Gold Transparency Act of 2025 mandates the first full audit of gold reserves since 1953. The results due 9 months after passage. The bill passes committee in June 2025 and is now headed for a floor vote. This isn't some conspiracy. It requires independent third-party auditors to physically assay all 147 million ounces, including deep storage holding. The Treasury's current $42 an ounce valuation set in 1973 versus 3,500 market rates means a proper audit could expose $500 billion plus in mismarked assets. While bureaucrats claim annual audits, they've admitted losing records of vault access since the 1970s. Real transparency starts when every bar gets weighed, scanned, and logged. No more trust exercises with taxpayer-backed gold. Who knows what's going on in there, guys? We definitely need an audit. And make sure all the gold that's used as collateral there is used one-to-one, and there's not 800 bars of digital collateral representing 1 bar of physical gold. Silver Day says crisis actors are being recruited and paid through social media and funded by the George Soros Foundation. That's what I've heard too. Silver Days. It's wild. It looks like independent media is exposing everything. So, of course, that's what they try to infiltrate, try to stop that. Social media is the enemy of secrets, and corruption. Social media and, of course, decentralized journalism, research. Come on, let's keep going here. What else do we have? Convo. Oh, I think this is old, but we'll play it anyway from Trump.
Crypto was under siege. It's not under siege anymore because it's a big industry. It's a big industry, and I have a lot of people that are great people, great business people. There are another. Crypto is under siege. It's not under siege anymore because it's a big industry. It's a big industry, and I have a lot of people that are great people, great business people. They're in other businesses, but they're in crypto too. And it takes a lot of the pressure off the dollar. It does a lot of good things, but we're in. Crypto is under siege. It's not under siege anymore.
Crypto was under siege. It's not under siege anymore. Love it. Okay, I'm figuring out this X now. Let's just slide that over so you guys can see it. Don't need that. Still figuring everything out on this X Pro. All right, what other things do I have here? We got Vandale from Black Swan. The currency reset theory isn't a theory, it's already in motion, and the behavior of the dollar proves it. What's up, Bradley B? Wowza, sat at my desk and Mr. C is rolling. Yeah, 2 days in a row. Imagine that, man. Gold and silver, says Bradley B. Nice. Good to see you as always. Let's see what Vandale is saying here. That when a currency has to be enforced instead of trusted, the system behind it is already breaking. Here's why the currency reset is real and why it matters for your money.
Today I want to talk about the global currency reset taking place. Yes, the global currency reset is real, and the truth is it's not being taken seriously. And if you stay till the end of the video, I'll tell you the 2 things you need to do to strategically protect yourself and actually flourish in this time.
Keep forgetting you can't see
Today
it.
I'm being taken seriously. And if you stay till the end of the video, I'll tell you the 2 things you need to do to strategically protect yourself.
This isn't long, guys.
And actually flourish. Period in the situation of fiscal dominance, where debt sustainability requires ongoing liquidity expansion and pretty much constant credit creation. And what this means for regular people and asset holders is that pretty much asset holders are structurally favored in this type of environment and actually reap the rewards and the benefits over currency holders and savers. So that's a key point there. Understand that. Now, it will shift later, but that's the situation now. So once you strip away all the headlines,
Asset holders over currency holders,
all the politics, all the noise and distractions, we basically come to an unavoidable conclusion when we zoom out and look at the big picture. And that is, we're currently living through a global currency reset. Whether you believe it or not is irrelevant. It's happening. Now, it's important to understand it's not a single event or an announcement that happens overnight, not yet. And what it really is a structural shift in how money is created, how it's debased, how it's controlled, and eventually replaced with a new currency system and potentially a new currency. And that would be the tokenization of all fiat currencies.
So yeah, that's kind of what everybody's been thinking about for what? I know me for about a decade now. You know, a big reset's coming. And the whole point is to hold assets through that reset, to hold increasing assets over currency. Because a reset to me means the currency is going to be reset. You know, slowly. Vandale says it is happening right now slowly, you know. And the whole point is on the other side, once it's all said and done, you're not in currency. You're in assets that are going to be part of the whole new system. You know, that's kind of where I've been taking this. I mean, look at Rolex. I mean, from what I hear, you can't even buy a brand new Rolex watch anymore from the factory because people are considering them assets and they want to hold these things through the reset. It's the same thing as silver and gold. Bradley, did you hear about Amazon Bedrock AI being embedded into the XRP ledger? If this is true, this is huge news. Yeah, we covered that first on the channel. First thing, the very beginning. But yeah, that's they partnered with them to be able to look into the history within minutes instead of days. You know how the XRP ledger history node, all that information, but it's the AI that queries that history node. I think that's what we covered. That's what I got out of it. Days, are you a silver stacker? That's Bradley talking. Yes, sir. Says, all right, cool. Just catching up with the chat. Good. You guys are good to go. Good evening. Crypto says, update 793 million XRP has been locked in the ETF vaults. Guys, that's kind of what I'm seeing here with XRP is it's kind of going to be the master collateral. You know, this stuff is going to be locked up. You know, it makes me think of Schwartz's page. Where was it? People, does he still have that on his? Yeah, when a scrappy financial startup takes on the web of corruption and betrayal to bring instant payments to the masses, they learn that the cost of disrupting the status quo is higher than they could have ever imagined, forcing them to decide between their vision and their survival, forcing them to decide between their vision of bringing instant payments to the masses. So that says, you know, that's their vision. He says it right here. To bring instant payments to the masses. And that was their vision, but they had to decide between their vision of payments to the masses and their survival. And he's kept this as his banner here on his X page for 2 years now? That says a lot right there. That says that Ripple is not going to bring payments to the masses. Now, I'm a big Ripple fan, don't get me wrong. It looks like to me that there's a bigger purpose. You know, it's like, and I think that purpose is like master collateral, locking it up, underlying value. And maybe these side chains will bring payments to the masses. Maybe that's what he's talking about, these centralized side chains that Ripple really doesn't have anything to do with, right? Unless they are using, you know, for a specific need. But that's kind of telling right there to me. Cool. Let's keep it going. We've got also Schwartz posted yesterday that now that he's retired, he can spend his time thinking about deep and important things. Like today, he thought about strawberry ice cream. And then, of course, Marshall Hayner from Metallica's replies, I think about strawberries often too. Now, when I first got into Metallica's, it was all about the fruit, right? They had all these fruit emojis. I hadn't seen them in a while. It's been a while, year or two, since I got into them. But strawberries was part of Metallica's. There was all kinds of berries, you know. It was like one berry represented one of the chains. You know, there's 4 or 5 different chains on there, coins on there. What's up, Lizard King? Conflict says, now that's wild. Can't buy a Rolex because they want to bogart the asset. Yeah, it's exactly right. It's just like gold or silver. You know, a lot of people consider different things asset. Food could be an asset. You know, I stocked up the other day on, bought a couple containers of oil to change the oil in my truck. You know, I consider stuff like that. If it's cheap, load up on it if you know you're going to use it. But here's the thing, though. National Strawberry Day is next Thursday. So maybe that's what he's talking about. because, of course, next Thursday also coincides with, trying to set it up here, Eleanor Terrett saying next Thursday is set to be a busy day for crypto on Capitol Hill. Senate Ag Committee spokesperson tells me that the committee will hold its own market structure markup Thursday, January 15th, in the same day as the banking GOP's markup. Countdown to the markup. Crypto market structure markup. What senators are saying and not saying a week from out of banking GOP's markup and the industry's big lobbying push. We covered yesterday how China is allowing stablecoin rewards, and we're debating stablecoin rewards. What is going on? The bankers have such a grip on our country that China is offering more freedom than our bankers. What in the world's going on, guys? What happened to my backing music? I got settings all over the place here. There we go. Laser King says the mayor, Mr. Tim Shea, is Tim Shea running for mayor? You got my vote, Tim. Bradley B, we're rolling 18. We got to get up Mr. C's chat, so up tenfold the next few months. All right, cool. Appreciate that, Bradley B. Yeah, you guys get thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribe. Thanks for sharing to a buddy of yours. The Connector Show. What's up, X Lloyd? What's up, buddy? Good to see you back. As always. IBD Moses in the Diamond District, New York, scrapped the Rolex watch that he bought off the street and got paid more for it. The Diamond District. I have never been to New York and don't ever plan on going. Half of the likes compared to the viewers. Appreciate the likes, guys. Let's keep it going. What else do we have? Doge AI says the Senate's crypto bill markup is a step forward, but let's not confuse procedural momentum with real reform. SEC's shift to full Republican control under Trump's leadership has undeniably accelerated pro-crypto rulemaking, as seen with the recent Bitcoin ETFs approvals and the push for CFTC oversight. However, the real test is whether the bill delivers structural clarity or just reshuffles bureaucratic turf. This is one reason also I got into Metallicus as well, guys. They have KYC, KML, AML already built into all that. When you signed up for your WebAuth, you KYC'd your WebAuth wallet. You know, a lot of people don't want to KYC, but I swear I think they already know who owns every decentralized wallet out there. They're all linked. They all started from somewhere, unless I guess you're using a mixer or something like that. And all these rules that are being put in place, guys, that's not for us. That's for these entities to AML and KYC. There is no requirement for us to do that if we're not using it within another regulated entity. Now, if it's just me and you, there is nothing that I've seen on the books with the Genius Bill or in the Clarity Bill draft framework that says we can't host our own wallets and not KYC them, you know. That's our business. That is cash, peer-to-peer cash. The U.S. Crypto Reserve Executive Order already set the standard for sovereignty-driven digital asset policy. Any framework by the Senate that waters down the enforcement against bad actors or allows yield-bearing stablecoins to destabilize traditional banking is a half measure. Washington's obsession with bipartisan compromise often neuters bold solution. If this markup prioritizes ethics theater over dismantling legacy gatekeepers, It'll be another DC pantomime. Real reform means permanent deregulation, not temporary concessions. So true, Doge AI. White House X-ray says Trump's crypto clarity is a $15.7 billion donor scam. Scott Bessent forcing January 14th. Oh, leader Scott. 14th makeup bans. I'm sorry. Scott forcing January 14th markup sans partnership. That must be a typo. Bipartisan support as SEC's Atkins guts oversight within the innovation exemptions. Yeah. Where's Atkins exemptions at? He's going to roll out innovation exemptions for the SEC. So evidently they've decided which coins are securities, which ones are commodities. And there's going to be some that are securities that get exemptions for being securities, right? Everything's a scam, says Liberty King. Man, that's the way that's kind of how I've looked at things past few years. Everything's a scam. Everything's fake and gay, right? What's up, Berserker? You're a scam. Yeah, everything's fake and gay. I look at everything, though, like, you just have to relearn everything that you've been taught. Because it's obvious that it's all a control mechanism. It's all propaganda. Cool. Let's keep it going. What else do we have on my bookmarks? We saw yesterday what was it? Hash key? I just lost it. Is allowing XRP staking. This is Richard Hart. What's old Richard Hart up to? Trust Wallet was hacked. I keep telling you how to do software better. Instead of listening, you keep losing millions and millions of dollars. Trust Wallet users were hacked because they allowed auto updates. Interesting. I've never used Trust Wallet. Auto update is not your friend. Auto update is how hackers and supply chain attacks and evil admins and more can hack you. Your front end should not auto update. Of course, he's promoting Pulse Chain on top of that. Trust Wallet hit by a $7 million hack exposing hidden risks. Many crypto-friendly SMEs overlook. Attack exploited supply chain gaps in wallet integrations, raising alarm for small biz adoption. We're prioritizing, this is an ETH account, prioritizing accuracy over speed to protect effective users, and we aim to share further work in progress details as soon as we can. Likely tomorrow, we're identified 2,596 effective wallet addresses, but received 5,000 claims, which indicates a significant number of false duplicate submissions attempting to access victims' reimbursements. Yeah, guys, that's crucial right there. When something happens, don't freak out. A lot of times when something happens, the next step is where you go wrong. There might not be anything wrong on that first step, but it's what you do to try to fix it, to try to go contact somebody or reply or whatever. It's the second step. And just remember, nobody contacts you, You need to contact the original source, not through a link or an email or whatever. Bradley says this is a glitch-friendly stream. Nice. Because of this, accurate verification of wallet ownership is crucial to ensure all funds are returned to the right people. Okay, there's a push for ownership. And who knows, that might have been done just to push KYC on these wallets. Who knows what we're watching? We've got news on the A-chain development. Guys, XPR is moving over to Metal blockchain, the layer 0. It's going to be on the A-chain Metal blockchain, and they just posted 99% done on the progress right there. So that's good to see. That's going to be a big migration to move everything on the XPR network, all the loan stuff, all the staking stuff, all that's going to be migrated over to Metal, and it's going to run way faster, even though it is seamless already. I don't know how it can get faster. At Drago says the Great Reset is over. We saw yesterday where Trump announced plans to limit hedge funds, investors, big investors from buying single-family homes. Just in, real estate giant Blackstone fell 9% after President Trump announced plans to ban institutional investors from buying single-family homes. The Great Reset is over. That's what, yeah. If they can stick with it, if he can codify it in the law, that's what we need. That is bullish right there. And I can't believe the stock market didn't crash further than that. And housing and lumber and all that stuff, is, we could take a look at commodities. Where's my commodities page? Is it Business Insider? Let's see if it's affecting lumber or anything like that. Top commodity performers. Lumber is even, Steven. Everything's still not really being affected by that news. Just want to make sure of that. That's pretty big when these big hedge firm companies can't get in there and buy these single family homes like they have been. It's crazy. KYC, know your crimes. Snake, Rectum, Mr. Flea, XRP, and several others. Get them, Bradley. The Great Reset is over. And that's what it was all about. Them taking over all the properties and renting them back to us. I mean, that was the Great Reset. Polymarket money. This isn't a meme coin. This is Venezuela's stock market. And it's up 74% since the U.S. captured their president. That's a wild situation down there. They just took the president and just let the next one take over. And the vice president just take over. No regime change, really. Of course, I don't see the army sticking behind the lady that they say actually won the election. I don't know. All I know is Maduro didn't change his clothes 4 times in one day after being caught. They showed 4 different pictures of him with 4 different outfits. So who knows what's going on? Who knows what we're looking at is even real or not? He might have capitulated 2 years ago. Who knows? We just keep all things in mind, though. So, yeah, that's what happens when your president gets taken from Venezuela. Stocks go up. Of course, local companies there down in Venezuela, they're probably going to benefit from new buyers. We're going to be the new buyers, the U.S. We're going to start buying their oil, commodities, minerals. That's why we want Greenland, too. We had the UK's first tokenized deposit transaction. Arcax and Lloyd's in the chat. I guess he's talking about Lloyd's of London here across Hedera, Stellar, XRP, Ledger, Algorand, and XDC. So there was a transaction, but Arcax used all 6 of these networks to swap out or move around a tokenized deposit. That's a bank deposit. they completed the first UK's first public blockchain transaction using tokenized deposit executed on Canton. Well, there's Canton, but now up here we got XRP, LED, Algorand, XDC. This is a big signal. Banks aren't exploring anymore, they're building. What are tokenized deposits? Think digital representation of bank deposits. Why is Canton relevant? Canton is built for institutional finance, enabling privacy confidentiality where needed, while still using DLT rails for coordination and settlement. All right. Bradley says Moderno's bus driver. Moderno was a bus driver when his wife found him and made him who he is. She's the brain. She's the Hugo Chavez's lawyer. Oh, is she like the Erica Kirk too as well? The handler? Allegedly. Trump admin floats cash for Greenland, $10,000 to $100,000 per person. Wow, that's a big difference there. To sway locals from Denmark. So locals, I know Denmark. This, I hear Denmark owns Greenland, but they say that their sovereignty has always been the citizens of Greenland. So to me, it's like, how much control does Denmark have over this piece of land that's on our side of the earth, U.S. officials are mulling over lump sum payouts. We're talking about $10K to $100K to for a head per head to Greenland's 57,000 folks. There's only 57,000 folks. And the Democrats are talking about ruling out military strikes in Greenland. And there's 57,000 folks there. That's not a thing. I mean, what is Denmark going to roll their army over there and protect it? It's weird. 50,000 to these folks as a sweetener to ditch Denmark and cozy up to America. So from what I'm seeing, it's those 50,000 people. That's their decision to make a deal, whether to leave Denmark or not. No telling. No telling on all that. We will keep an eye on this space, though. I'm looking forward to next Thursday, guys. They're going to mark up the Clarity Bill. It's official National Strawberry Day, as Schwartz says. We're going to hope and pray that we get stablecoin rewards. And let this sector go. Let freedom go. That's what we want. Freedom, baby. In the chat today. Bradley B. Lizard King. Conflict. Berserker. What's up, Berserker? Max FOMO. IBD Cartel. Tim Shea. And if I miss anybody, we'll get you on the next one. All right, guys, let me get out of here. Mr. Connector out, guys. Have a good one.